you. Week after week, throughout the course of the race, we would get together with friends and family when we would watch the show together. One particular week, we were at a Boston Pizza. The lounge was full of family and friends. It was the second non-elimination. We had come in last again, but nobody knew that we were going to get saved. As we came jogging up to the mat that day, the room had been crazy the entire race. They were having a great time, right up until the point that they realized that we were in last place. And as we come jogging up to the mat, we started getting the loser clap. You ever heard the loser clap? Yeah. That slow, rhythmic applause that we save for that team that we respect, but still know are losers. And as we came to the mat that day and we start getting the loser clap, for one brief moment in time, there were 4 people in that room, my wife, my son, my daughter-in-law, and myself. For one brief moment, we stood there like gods because we knew the future. We knew that not only was this a non-elimination leg, but we knew that we went on to win the whole thing. So when we come to the mat and John, the host, says to us, "Boys, you're the last team to arrive." However, this is a non-elimination leg, and you boys are still in this race. The entire room absolutely exploded in applause. They could not believe that this team had hit a second non-elimination leg. They couldn't believe that we had dodged the elimination bullet yet again and that we were going to survive this race. I ran around the room high-fiving everybody, having almost much fun as having won the whole thing. Here's my point in this story. If at any point along the course of the race we had ever checked out, decided to stop, taken a step back, and just gave up. None of you would have ever met me on a street corner in Winnipeg and said, "Hey, aren't you one of the Tims? Aren't you that guy with Parkinson's that was on the Amazing Race? You guys were doing so good. What happened? You were so close." Guys, we were never so close. Yet, had we checked out, had we stopped in our race, had we given up and not persevered, we would have sacrificed a championship that had only one name on it. And that name was simply the Tims. All we had to do was stay in our race and go get it. We had to stay on the race that had been marked out for us, follow the advice of a kindergarten teacher, persevere, and go get our championship. The same is true for us living with Parkinson's. We have no idea where the next win will come from. We have no idea when the cure may arrive. We have no idea when the next symptom control will come around the corner. But what we do know is that we have to stay in our race until it comes. We can do this. As we look to the future, let us not be filled with dread, but rather let us look to those who have gone before us, like Muhammad Ali, and find courage. Let us look to those bright lights who guide us still, our own Davis Phinney, Michael J. Fox, and find strength. For we do not walk this road alone. We have been shown what it means to persevere. We have seen the strength and the courage that is needed, for we walk in the footsteps of champions. Ladies and gentlemen, your win will come when you choose to live your best, when you choose to stay on the race that you have been given and to persevere. The ultimate win comes when we celebrate every single victory, when we find a reason every day to raise our arms in victory and to know that today's battle is ours. I would like you to join me in ending this part of the day the same way that we began, raising your arms in victory and saying, "Yes." Yes. Every victory counts, and today we will live our best. Thank you very much.